make sure to watch this video to the very end, because not only are we discussing the awesome southwestern invert show that is coming up next week, but we are also discussing my 7 deadly sins idea for the realm. Hello and welcome back to Bug Realms. On this channel we like to discuss all things creepy crawly, so if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. So this is going to be a talking video, that's why I'm sat here in the legendary gown, but please watch it through because we have got a lot to discuss today and it should be things that will interest you guys at home. So first off, we have to start by talking about the Southwestern Invert Show. This will be the first show I am attending since this global pandemic. And the next show I'll be attending after this one will be BTS. So before you watch this video any further, pause it and comment me below, are you attending the Southwestern Invert Show and are you attending the BTS? Because I cannot wait to see you guys there. Now for the BTS, I will be staying overnight, but this video we want to talk about the Southwestern Invert Show more. Now I'm not staying overnight there because it's only a couple-hour train ride away from me. I can do it in a day. But I do have the information about the Southwestern Show on my phone, so I'm going to read you some of that and you guys let me know if you're going, okay? So, first of all, the address, the important part. It is in the Wellspring Leisure Centre, Cheddon Road in Taunton. Now if you're using a sat-nav to get there, the postcode is TA2 7QP. The doors open at 11 AM and the show ends at 4 PM. Adult entry price is £6 and the tickets for children is just £3. So what is there to expect from the show? Well, not only are there going to be our awesome traders there selling a vast amount of different exotic invertebrates, but we're also going to have the dry goods section too. So that's all your necessities, your substrates, your cork barks, your hides, your enclosures, your tongs, everything you need for your animals. There's also going to be the, what do they call it here, encounter and education area, and that's where they will have their little talks and potentially handling sessions and so on and so forth about some of these wonderful animals. And then of course, to top it off, we have the Wild and Deadly Show presented by Nick himself. Now I absolutely love the Wild and Deadly Show. I have seen it at least 7 or 8 times now and it never gets boring. It's amazing for the children, but it's also entertaining and educational for the adults too. So I really recommend having a sit down at the moment he does that show because it really is worth it. Now for those of you that may have been confused, it was originally going to be Entercon that was coming on the 26th and 27th of February. That is changed. That is what is now turned into, at least for this year, I don't know if it will continue or not, the Southwestern Invert Show. And this is only on the 27th of February, so 1 week from today. 27th of February in Taunton, Wellsprings Leisure Centre, 11 AM, see you guys there. Now I will be hopefully filming the queue, but to be honest with you, I've not done a show for so long and I haven't done public filming for so long. I'm actually quite anxious about it, so if I can pluck up the courage, if you see me waving down the queue at you, please feel free to wave back for the video. Now some important information regarding me going. I will be going with my daughter and my friend and potentially my friend's son, but we're not sure if he's got a sitter or not. Now this is my daughter's first show and I want to make it special for her, so I will be spending most of my time with her, showing her around, meeting people, looking at the animals, and she has a bit of pocket money to spend herself as well. However, please do not feel discouraged about coming up and saying hello. I know it's family time, but it's also time for her to see the true experience of a show. I want her to feel it the same as I do, the same way her dad does. So please don't hesitate to come up, tap me on the shoulder, give me a handshake, have a photo together, catch me on film, whatever you guys want to do. It's still the same as it always has been. Okay, it's not a problem at all with you coming up to me and having a chat, and I'm pretty sure she would love to meet you guys as well. Now for those of you filming in the show, I do not mind you catching my daughter on film, but please do not focus on her solely, just for her own protection. Obviously I don't really show her on the channel, so I don't mind if you catch her on film. I don't mind if she's there with me on a video or if she's joined in on a photograph with me there or whatever, but please just don't bring her off solely. You know what I mean, right? It's just that's the only part I'm not comfortable with unless you're a close friend of mine. Now, my friend who will be coming along, Danielle, she will be, hopefully, if it arrives in time, wearing the prototype Disciples of the Realm t-shirt. Now, this is for Disciples of the Realm only. There will be giveaways for my Disciples of the Realm for a chance to win this t-shirt for free worldwide. To become a Disciple of the Realm means to become a financial supporter of mine. The easiest way for you to do that is through Patreon. If you would like to become a patron of mine, like to become a Disciple of the Realm, there is a link in my description below on how you can do so. For as little as $1.99 a month, you might win yourself a very special t-shirt, as well as other giveaways that are coming this year, and even more, which you'll hear about in just a moment. So, you know that I'm attending, but what am I looking for? Well, I'm going to be looking for potentially more isopods, if they have them there, if there's any species I want. I will be looking for very specific stick insect species. Other than that, not really sure. I'm not really going for tarantulas this time, but if I do spot something I really want, I may well pick it up. But I'm also going to be looking for specific types of decor or enclosures too. I'm really excited about this, and this leads on to the other part in the title, the 7 deadly sins. So here is my idea, ladies and gentlemen. I talked to you before about having some enclosures that I want to live stream in, some very well decorated enclosures, some awesome enclosures that will either have active animals or communal animals inside, and I have slightly changed that now to having 7 of them. We were originally going to do 3, but we are going to design each enclosure around the 7 deadly sins. How cool is that going to be? So what's going to go into these 7 deadly sins? How are they going to look? What am I looking for? Well, let me explain to you. Right now, we are currently discussing pride. Okay, pride will be the first enclosure to be done by the 7 deadly sins. Now, here is how it's going to work. My Disciples of the Realm, my patrons, my financial supporters are going to have the final say on not only what animal goes in there, but on the final design too. But you can still be a part of it without being a patron. Here's how it's going to work. We will do either a live stream or a video based on each of the 7 deadly sins, where we will discuss what can go in there, etc, etc. You can pop your ideas in the comments section below on those videos. My Disciples of the Realm will then read the comments, and they will put, as well as their own ideas, may take some of your ideas, and we will create a poll in my Disciples of the Realm private Facebook group or private group chat, where we will then decide amongst ourselves. So you can have a chance to be a part of this without being a financial supporter by throwing your suggestions across, but the final say for each of the 7 deadly sins enclosures comes from my financial supporters, and that's one of the ways that I can thank them for their ongoing support. Again, links in the description below. As little as $1.99 a month, you can be a part of that. Now, as I said, the first one we are discussing is pride. I've actually put up a small video and a talk in my Disciples only group at the moment. So we're just getting the ball rolling for the pride enclosure. And once all decisions are made on that, is then when we will move on to another of the 7 deadly sins. Now, I'm not going to be picking up obviously everything at this show. There is not enough time for me to have put enough thought and enough ideas into the 7 deadly sins enclosures, but I will be looking up little bits such as decor. If I happen to spot something that I think would work well for, I don't know, gluttony for example, and I think, oh, I don't want to miss out on having that in the future for an enclosure, I may pick it up then. But the animals we're not really going to be going for at this show. What I'm hoping for are at least half of these at least half of the 7 deadly sins enclosure animal ideas by BTS, because that is at the point where I really want to be purchasing the animals for these enclosures. Can't work on the design of the enclosures till I already know what animals I'm going to be looking for, because obviously the enclosure needs to adapt to the animal, not the other way round. So yes, that is it. that is the idea for the 7 Deadly Sins enclosure designs. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in, because it should be super cool. Also let me know in the comments below, would you rather me have a big discussion on the 7 Deadly Sins enclosures via a live stream, which will be replayable, or via a normal video like this? I'll read your comments and I'll make my decision based on that. So I think that's all I need to discuss for today. Let me know again if you are coming to the Southwestern Invert show in Taunton, because I would absolutely love to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Take care everyone. Bye bye.